No changes there for the last time they were out. Jacques Brunel, their French coach, making his 4 changes, 1 positional in the forwards. And there's a change in the English pack because Joe Marler's wife, partner, gave birth to a child this week. So in comes Maku Vunipola, the only change from the last 15 who took the field there. Behind the scrum, of course, excitement in the back 3. Mike Brown, Jack Noel and Johnny May, and Luther Burrell and Billy Twelfthrees, the exciting centres with the dependable boot of Ollie Farrell at out half.
Well, George, England will need those backs to deliver today. They haven't really clicked in an attacking sense throughout the championship. Yes, they've been powerful, but we haven't seen the panache that perhaps they were expecting to deliver in the earlier games. And of course on the bench they have Tuolangi and of course George Ford, who could be the key coming on early. He's a running out half and could be used earlier than in the game than people might have anticipated.
A French referee for this clash.
White.
England to kick off playing left to right. And Farrell sends them on their way. And immediately O'Cara puts it into touch, and it's a line out to England back almost at halfway where it all began. First set piece of the afternoon. Dylan Hartley will throw.
Well, he's had a huge success rate, George, 95% or thereabouts with his throwing in so far in the championship.
A little bit of switching around there. In the end, it's tidily won by Joe Launchbury, and England try to launch an attack through the middle. Italy with the tackles, and Danny Kerr through the hands of Chris Robshaw, the captain. Just cleaning out the Italians there so Kerr can get it on its way once more. But Italy holding a decent line.
First knock on white, second is blue.
So
okay,
the knock-on is going to mean a scrum to Italy.
First knock on white, second white. First.
Dylan Hartley charging through the middle.
Yeah.
Well, he's a powerful ball carrier, and of course England, it's just power throughout their team really, and they just suffocate sides, putting the pressure on with their big ball carriers. Hartley on that occasion, of course, he has his discipline problems. He's worth 9 points to any opposition team, so Italy will be hoping he'll be transgressing as he did in previous matches.
Fine.
Italy with 2 props new to this season, Six Nations, Aguero and Cittadini, making their first appearances in this season's championship and starting 15. They're doing their job, though. The hooker Giraldini almost popped up there. Tebaldi trying the quick break. It's carried on here by Heltenhuis as far as the English 10-metre line.
White. Push back.
Giraldini. Tackle was by Vunipola. Back on the Italian side once more. O'Cara.
Rayon.
Gasps of disappointment as that Italian attack was snuffed out. But it's still there for Tebaldi. And kick over the top this time. And waiting underneath it, Mike Brown. Go for the mark. Eyes on the ball. Complete concentration as the man came down on top of him. Brown with a clean pair of hands and a free kick to follow.
Well, it's a great catch from Mike Brown. He's a brilliant broken field runner, we know that, but you've got to be able to do the basics well in the position of full back as he kicks long there, not looking to put it out of play.
Counter-attack by Luke McLean. Parise assisting him over the halfway line. Tebaldi, O'Cara. Almost a break there by Esposito. The right wing, back again. Tebaldi for O'Cara, and Parise leads the forwards into battle once more.
No! That's fine.
No infringement, play on. Untidy ball for the Italians, but it's now with Tebaldi once more. And O'Cara to hoist the Gary Owen. And Brown comes for it, and Brown almost took it. Has it gone forward? It has indeed. Scrum to Italy.
Well, that's Jack Nowell's fault really, coming in from the wing. It's always the fullback's ball there, the player coming into the ball. He's the guy to call it. Everyone else needs to get out of the way. Nowell, well, he must have known he was coming. Probably didn't hear any call, but the full-back would always override in that situation.
Inexperience on the young winger's part.
Okay.
And the knock-on and the scrum to Italy being the outcome. So Mike Brown featuring prominently in the early stages of this game.
Okay, sure.
Jack now making just his fifth appearance.
Okay.
Exeter winger, 20 years of age. Jacques Brunel will be happy the way this team has developed, if not with the results that they've been able to achieve through the course of this season's Six Nations Championship.
Well, to be fair, George, they've tried to play all the time, and it's been a change from where they were a number of years ago, and it's good to see.
Steady from the Italians. England beginning to buckle a little bit there, but Tebaldi snared as he tried to get away with the ball, but the arm extended for the penalty to Italy, and Parise happy to kick the ball and the advantage away in the hope of his side picking up the points.
Yeah, there was any number of English players in an offside position there, but it's based from a brilliant scrum again from the Italians. Always a trademark strength of their game, and England just not at their most powerful, with Marler gone, of course, Dan Cole out. So it is an area where Italy can attack. Of course, you can have all those plans laid out brilliantly, but sometimes there just aren't enough scrums to make an impact in a game. But Italy have had a good start, 2 out of 2 now, where they've really put the squeeze on England, and yeah, every chance they get now is so important. And Orkera, well, it's an easy kick really by international standards, and you would expect him to get it, and it's so important for him to settle his team down so early in the match.
Well, he's had that many opportunities in the championship so far. He's just had 3 kicks at goal, but they've all gone over.
For me, it's the same time, but I will look. Okay, thanks.
Argentine-born, Italian standoff. Luciano Orkera to try and put the first points on the board. Not much doubt about it. Italy 3, England 0.
He split the posts, and a good confidence booster for himself, but particularly for the team. They know that England will be coming at them for large portions of this game, and they know they have to build somewhat of a score to be in with a shout. That's the perfect start.
Restart from Owen Farrell, and taken on by Vunipola into the Italian 22 for the first time. Danny Kerr, then Rob Shaw, and round the outside goes Farrell, and the little grubber kick trying to get them away. Green defends it, and Italy again showing that power up front, and they're in touch, but well defended by Italy off an exciting England attack.
And the crowd sense, of course, that every time the Pack get their hands on the ball, the crowd erupt, and Luke McLean on that occasion got back well and wasn't just happy to step out of play. You can see Farrell, he's looking for the space, not there, so he puts it in behind. Now McLean here could have just stepped out of play, or looked to have done, but he was looking to reset, get up on his feet, and get forward for his Pack.
Hartley's throw to the England line, but again there is fire about this Italian Pack, and this is going to be no straightforward assignment for England if they're to achieve what they set out to and win this championship, dependent of course upon the outcome in Paris as well. But England at this early stage behind in Rome. Kerr, Farrell, Burrell trying to burrow a way through. And again Ben Morgan joining in. Danny Kerr, Vunipola. England try to respond in time, but the poor pass to Farrell, it's picked up by Burrell, and the English gather round, having to recycle this because it was a poor pass by Owen Farrell in the first place. Taken on there by David Wilson. and Danny Kerr, this time more decently away. But poor handling once more by England, and Italy have the chance to counter-attack. Well, that was really a case of the jitters by England, and Italy very nearly capitalising on it. And an indication of the pressure that England must feel they're under to try and achieve something here in Rome. They've stolen that, it's Danny Kerr. And picked out then by Vunipola. And now Billy 12 threes. And Mike Brown. Brown still. Over the Italian 10-metre line. Hartley's lost it. Advantage to England. Taken on then by Ben Morgan. No advantage coming.
Plays the ball off feet.
Penalty to England.
Well, England starting to find their rhythm.
That's enough.
You would expect them to go down the line here now, given that they have to go for it, surely. Well, no. Farrell is indicating he wants the 3 points. But Italy offside there, and the referee had already indicated the penalty for England. So Ben Morgan very comfortable throwing the loose pass. Farrell now looking to level it up at 3-all. A good start from Italy. Their defence has been aggressive, their ball carrying has been aggressive, as of England, of course, and Vunipola has shown himself to be, well, that's his strength, isn't it, as a ball carrier, really, not a renowned scrummager, and they'll be looking for him to be thundering around the paddock here.
42 points in this championship for Owen Farrell. And a flawless kicking performance, 7 out of 7 against Wales last time out. Struck firmly and through, and it's 3 points apiece. The answer England would have wanted within 3 or 4 minutes, the back level on the board, but I suppose it bears out the fact that this is for winning, not necessarily for mounting a huge score.
Well, I think they'll be trying to win it. Certainly in the first half they'll be trying to build a score of 8, 9, 10 points, England a margin, and then they will go for it in the second half, and that would be the plan, I would imagine, because there's no point in not going for it. There's a championship on the line, and you know, if France win or France beat Ireland, well, everything is there for them.
Farrell's clearance away to touch.
But they'll be conscious, of course, also of how well Ireland are playing, and they'll be anticipating Ireland to get a victory in Paris, I would imagine, and they'll have it in the backs of their minds that if they have that 8, 9, 10 point margin, that they will cut loose in the second half with everything they have.
Back by Kerr. Farrell, 12 threes, Burrell, Brown outside him. And also there, of course, is Johnny May. Socks around the ankles, exciting runner, but nowhere to run on that occasion. Farrell. Billy 12 threes into the contact again.
Release 5 now! Release! Play on. Ball away, ball.
Farrell. Vunipola. Back inside the Italian half. Kerr. And Farrell, 12 threes. Kerr again. Farrell. Luther Burrell. And now Brown. Mike Brown for the corner. He's going to make it. Mike Brown scores for England. And that brings the white-shirted fans to their feet. Mike Brown with his 3rd try of the championship. And England go in front.
Well, it just goes to show how dangerous England can be. Nothing looked on, and all of a sudden they get the hands in behind. And Burrell here takes it on, gets a great pass away, and Brown still a lot of work to do. Gets the hand off, and that helped him. He had Johnny May in the inside in support if he needed it, but it was Burrell's brilliant offload here, and Brown had the pace, had the strength. Arguably the player of the tournament so far this season. He gets in and gets England off to the start they would have been dreaming about.
Tries in the opening 2 matches against France and Scotland, and now this one in the concluding match, and a chance for Farrell to stretch the lead to 7 points. Well, that was what we expected we might see from England. And I suppose it was odds on that it might be Mike Brown who would provide the initial spark. And now Farrell. That looks so simple, doesn't it? But it never is.
Well, perfect conditions, but at this level, never easy.
But he makes it look easy enough. Italy 3, England 10. First blood in terms of tries to England.
Well, having got their 7-point margin in the first 14 minutes, they'll be looking now to do the simple things from the kick-off and get out of their half again.
Ben Morgan waits. A little spin away. Bundled as he across that touchline. The flag has stayed down.
Inside.
A musical encouragement for the home team. Danny Kerr puts up the high one once more. Parise squirting away awkwardly for Tibaldi.
I touch the ball, okay? Scrum blue. I touch the ball.
Oh, the referee explaining that an accidental touch on his behalf. And it's a scrum to Italy.
Scrum blue, I touch the ball.
What a great take from Parise. What a footballer. Great ball carrier, great forward, but football to burn.
Crutch!
Pascal Gauzer, the French referee.
Okay, okay. Make sure, okay? Thanks. Long line. Fine, please. Crutch. Fine. Set.
Tibaldi gets the signal. Parise has it at his feet. O'Kara. Tibaldi spinning around the outside. Luke McLean now. And McLean, the ball knocked from his grasp. And out of play it's gone.
Option.
Well, you could see what he was trying to do. He had seen Esposito on the inside run, and he was trying to find him. You can see he takes the space here. Took a great pass there, and you can see Esposito coming back, and he's trying to find him on the inside. Just leaves it go.
Wait, line out is here. Scrum is here, line out is here. Sorry.
So the option offered to England.
Make sure you put the mark,
the
okay?
ball went into touch.
Thank you very much.
Straight from McLean. And the option they've gone for is the line out, and one of those darts from Dylan Hartley. Again, England in control of their line out. Kay rather. And they almost worked it. Johnny May. Almost away. Danny Kerr thought about and executed the quick throw, but the referee had blown.
Well, he was looking for Johnny May up the short side. We haven't seen a whole lot of Johnny May throughout the championship. Yes, he's looked lively, and but we haven't seen the searing runs for which he's noted.
Straight to Launchbury.
4.
Aggravation on the part of Bortolami.
Play on.
Parise to try and take it.
Top foot.
It's Farrell now.
Okay.
12 threes. Brown. And now losing the ball, and a chance here. And Sato gets free. Sato. 5 meters short. An error on Nowell's part. Italy on the attack. And still in possession. Cittadini. But the whistle sounds against them. Over-enthusiastic. And a penalty to England to relieve that bit of pressure.
The crowd don't like the decision, but Sarto, he's a big, strong, powerful runner. But terrible error here from Jack Nowell. He just knocks the ball on. He does make the recovering tackle just there, which stemmed the tide for a moment, but it was Sarto on the wing and just couldn't get the offload. And it was Aguero who was inside him and screaming for it with the line at his mercy. And England survive.
Wait. Okay.
Hartley's throw once more. Courtney Laws takes it.
More. Leave it free, no, leave it!
England with Rob Shaw dictating terms, then feeding Kerr, and now Farrell. And a poor pass from him, but Mike Brown might take advantage. Tackle made by Campagnaro. 12 trees. And Kerr, bit of a hospital pass from Billy. 12 trees. Danny Kerr swallowed up by the tacklers. Ball going forward, scrum to Italy.
Good defence from Italy, and making sure they're not just accepting the tackle, they're aggressive in there, trying to drive the English ball carrier backwards at every opportunity. And they managed to snare Danny Kerr. First 12 trees, he passed on the trouble, and he was just surrounded and got buried.
So we await an Italian scrum.
It's going to be. Yeah. Make sure you stay straight. He's in front of you. Yeah.
Just a reminder of what is at stake. Of course, is a victory for England is the prerequisite to keep them in the hunt for the title. And that would mean their points difference would be an improvement on the 32 that they began this game with. Were France to beat Ireland, it would be England's title because the points difference would likely be so much bigger. But of course, if England win and then Ireland win, England would have had to win by a huge margin here for them to dislodge a winning Irish team from the top of the table at the end of the competition. England pulling it down. Penalty to Italy.
He's giving it against Vunipola, who's has been in a bit of trouble at scrum time. Very effective around the park, but struggling in there in the engine room. And Italy sensing that they can get some change out of him. And David Wilson, not the most athletic tight head, and will probably be feeling the heat in the Stadio Olimpico pretty soon.
Interestingly, Parise has opted to go for the points. It's not a straightforward kick by any means. It's a long way out. The 10-metre line is 40 metres out, and then there's the angle involved. So we're talking a kick of some 50-odd metres on the right angle, which is the unfavoured side, you'd say, for a right-footed kicker like O'Cara. Big kick this for him. Parise, though, with faith, opting for this.
Well, he's obviously happy that he has the distance, although it looks to be right on the edge of his capability, you would think, out on that 5-metre line. Even though the conditions are perfect, not the biggest guy. So it's all about the right contact here, and driving through it.
Steadiness from O'Cara. Final look at the posts. And he's on his way. And so is the ball. That's well struck. And that's there. Terrific kick by O'Cara.
Wow.
Italy 6, England 10.
What a kick. And it had plenty to spare going over. There was no question of the distance being a struggle. And you could see it was only a 2-step run-up. But he drove right through that ball and made sure the contact was sound. And England, well, find themselves with Italy chasing them again at 10-6.
And here's O'Cara in defensive mode with another big kick. Scrum half feels when he puts it back to his out half in that position, he knows it's going to go well enough away. Move the line out of the danger zone up to the 10-metre line. Italy with the room to defend anything that England might attempt off this.
Well, on that occasion, they send it out of play, giving England the put-in, and it's a bit of a Hobson's choice. If you kick to chase and tackle and don't get the ball back, well, you mightn't see it for 3 or 4 minutes. And putting it out of play almost guarantees England the line out.
Robshaw they went for. 12 trees. Back through the hands of Ben Morgan. But Italy have turned it over. Giraldini.
No! Back.
Robshaw very nearly caught offside. The referee doing him a favour there, telling him to go back, and in the end it's put out of play for another English line-out.
But again, it's good play from Italy. They're forcing the mistakes out of England. It's pressure defence. England just going through the motions for the sake of it at times, with shuffling the ball along the line, and Mike Brown gets the attentions of the Italians on that occasion, but their defence is hard, aggressive in England's face, and it has to be if they want to really compete in this match over the 80 minutes.
Courtney Lowes, and then Kerr and Farrell. 12 trees away. Oh, dazzling run. Opportunity again in the wing. But once more, Johnny May is snared. Kerr. Again, a handling error by England.
What am I for?
Kerr in to pick it out. Through the hands of Robshaw then, and away they go once more. Desperate Italian defender. What a tackle that proves to be. And into touch. Brilliant, brilliant by Angelo Esposito.
Well, you can see the intent on his face, and the crowd react to it. But importantly, it's his teammates will be reacting, because no better boost when you see one of your team colleagues burying the opposition here, driving him backwards. He's not trying to spike tackle him, he's just hitting him as hard as he can, and psychologically a big boost for the Italians.
Now the line out is won by Italy. Parise.
10 wide, line out. Okay, advantage.
Advantage called. And a penalty to Italy, and that English attack is over.
Offside 10. 10, offside. 10.
Owen Farrell, the guilty party. The penalty to Italy. A little moment for a powwow with the captain Parise. Luke McLean as the ball. Safely dispatched to touch, just short of halfway. Italian line out. Australian-born full-back does the necessary. And Leonardo Giraldini is ready to throw. Parise couldn't take it back on the English side, but the referee calls a knock forward, so it's a scrum to the Italians, so they've got something out of this.
Well, again, it was an unforced error from Robshaw, and England have just been a bit sloppy overall, apart from Burrell in midfield and Mike Brown at full-back, who've shown a bit of individual class. Their back division certainly hasn't been ticking smoothly at all, and some of the passing has been pretty lazy, and in particular from Farrell in the early part of the match.
Fine. Set. Early push.
Early push by England. Free kick Italy. Off they go. Campagnano.
Come on, let's go.
Time off. 2 front row, okay?
I'll have a word with the front rows referee now.
Wide open. One time you push early, one time you push early, no more, okay? That's enough, okay? I need very stable after set, okay? And you push just when the ball coming in front, okay? Make
Yeah,
sure.
just warning them not to push too early.
should roll the same line. Okay?
Clock starts again. English put in this time.
Open. Lose it. Open.
The battery around Billy 12 crease has been used to some effect so far.
Fine.
There's just the one try to show for it with the half-hour mark approaching.
9, stay.
Decoy run by Kerr, picked up by Morgan. Kerr, 12 crease outside of Danny Kerr. 12 crease just overran the possibility to pass, but Mike Brown is there. And Brown sets off. Kerr. Courtney Lowles, Farrell. 12 crease, Burrell, and on it goes to Johnny May once more. And May with a little bit of a dazzling dance there to take it forward. Kerr to pick it out. Farrell. Kerr again. Through the hands then of Robshaw. And they've aligned themselves now for a swift burst if they choose to do. But it's taken on instead by Dylan Hartley. And England have got an advantage here.
Tackler move away.
Tackler didn't move away, as you heard that from the referee. Ben Morgan still playing advantage to England. Burrell. Shifted there by Jack Nowell. Kerr. Stopped. Tom Wood. Picked up again for Kerr. Farrell. 12 crease. 12 crease, big pass. Johnny May. Dylan Hartley. Had it been Johnny May, he might have gone for the corner. But Hartley popping up on the wing and without the acceleration to get away.
No advantage.
And no advantage came, so they come all the way back for the penalty to England.
Well, they're building the pressure, George. And while the Italian defence is just about holding, you just get the sense that the line breaks are going to come sooner rather than later. And England just... The backdoor pass here, it looked as if the try was on Johnny, well, still Dylan Hartley out there and Vunny Polo, the two front rows. And well, they're going for the corner here now, looking for that margin to increase before half-time.
10-6 then, in the final 10 minutes of the first half. And England with the line out from the penalty.
6, wait.
Hartley. Difficult for Laws on that occasion, but they're still perilously close to that Italian line. Josh Furno extracting himself. Joe Launchbury straight at the Italians to try and make them buckle. Ben Morgan is in there. Now it's Robshaw, the captain. Peeling off is David Wilson.
No.
Vunipola driving. And they're still moving ever closer.
Nothing.
Italy to the pin of their collar here. Advantage to England. Danny Kerr. And they're in. It's Farrell. And Owen Farrell reaches 50 points for the championship, and England go back further in front.
Well, it was a lovely little pass and a gap finder from Danny Kerr, I think it was, who got in behind, got the hands in there to float that pass. The penalty was coming anyway from the referee and potentially a yellow card, but you can see Kerr just gets the pass away. Farrell read the line brilliantly, and he's in behind the sticks for a guaranteed 7-pointer, and England pushing it out to a 9-point differential now with Farrell to make it 11.
Need 42 points going into this match of the season. That's his second conversion, and with the penalty and the try, that's 54 points in total for Owen Farrell, I should say, putting England out to 17-6 in front. Some relief from the England management box. Just the second try that Owen Farrell has scored in his international career. A raft of points gathered by the boot. 24 internationals so far. That, in fact, has taken him past 250 career points. Kick through by Garcia.
Hold White. Hold.
Brown counter-attacking.
No more. That's enough. Okay, you know. Let the ball here. Yeah.
So dangerous and broken play, Mike Brown. Forcing the line out for England on halfway.
Blue open. Blue open. Blue open. Stay.
Tom Wood taking.
The ball.
Ben Morgan joining in to drive it forward.
Once.
Morgan breaking free. But no foul play there. Barbieri getting it clear. And then it all went wrong. Garcia failing to hold it.
Yeah, it was a good turnover again from the Italians, but a bit sloppy from England, you'd have to say. And they had the chance. Garcia knocks on in the middle of the park and gives that scrummage advantage to England with two big short sides now to attack.
Same for last turn, okay? Crutch. Bind. Set. Use it.
At the feet of Morgan. Flipped out for Kerr. Brown.
Release, 7.
An advantage for not releasing.
Best clear release.
Quickly turned into a penalty, and England go forward again. That's the 22 of Italy. And you just sense that if England can get something here, they could really pull away. Johnny May in from the wing. Courtney Lawes helping it on. Owen Farrell. Now it's Rob Shaw. Fortunate for England there that they infringed when they did, because it was a situation from which they could profit, but they were crossing and obstructing the Italians, and so the penalty is given away.
Well, again, it was sloppy. There was no need for it. I mean, they had the possession. They were on the forward foot, putting the Italian defence under desperate pressure. And the simple crossing in midfield gives the Italians the relief of the penalty.
Put away by Orquera. Almost feel he came from the same footballing manufacturing factory as one Aussie Ardiles many years before. Another diminutive Argentine with
penalty.
Complete range of footballing skills.
Penalty.
Simple tap back by Bortolami. Parise chases, but it's a lost cause. It's in touch. English line out.
Oh, stop. Come on.
Again, an unforced error, and it gives England the line out well into Italian territory, and Italy will be desperate to hold out now until half-time at this scoreline. They don't want to be handing England any incentive to really go for it from the off in the second half.
Now swiftly back to Kerr. Farrell, 12 trees. Brown joins in, but it's taken on by Farrell, and now it's Brown. And Mike Brown's away. And McLean comes, they won't catch him. Mike Brown's in for his second try. And England are moving out of sight.
Well, perfect response now to an unforced error from England. take from the line out, set it up midfield, and when they went the far side, it was Farrell coming late, goes for the half gap. Brown reads it brilliantly, and he has the pace to get away from the cover. McLean is not going to get there, and just gets the hand in behind. And you can see the Italian heads drop now, and England will be thinking, they won't be thinking about just winning the match from here on in. They'll be thinking, well, can we run down this points difference?
Well, it's 16 at the moment. Now it will be 18 if Farrell puts this over.
Thank you, Andrew.
Owen Farrell with a penalty, converting Mike Brown's try, then his own try which he converted, and now to attempt to convert the second of Mike Brown's tries, his fourth in the championship. Struck with supreme confidence. Italy 6, England 24. Of those points of England's have come from Owen Farrell, and the other 10 have belonged to Mike Brown. England have knocked it on. Italy have the scrum advantage. Orchera haven't really moved it forward at all, but now the advantage called over. Taken on by Josh Forno. Scrum advantage to England. But no time for any more. Half-time, and though Italy got the first points through Orchera's penalty, and he did subsequently add another, it's been a tale of 3 tries for England. 2 for Mike Brown, 1 for Owen Farrell, and 4 out of 4 kicks for him, leaving the half-time scoreline. Italy 6, England 24.
Giordini getting his first hit on his Farrell's little attempted rubber through, which worked so well for him.
Ulster Bank, dedicated to the skill of Irish rugby.
Getting all the backstage gossip from the coaches and contestants.
Just hanging out here in my dungarees, just caused a bit of a craze.
It's the one party you don't want to miss.
Wow!
The Voice of Ireland After Party, Sunday at 8:30 on RTE2, straight after the live shows on RTE1.
When you want car and home insurance you can trust, and a great deal, like over 80% discount on car cover if your claim's free for 5 years and have no penalty points, or 8 weeks free home cover, just for joining. You know who to call.
222221890 2222222.
One Direct. Lovely.
In life, you cannot always choose what you do, but you can always choose who you are. We are the Sappers. With every brace and every cufflink, we say, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
KBC, the bank of you.
In life and in love, I don't settle for anything less than exceptional.
Join EliteSingles.ie to meet sophisticated singles.
Demand more from your broadband. With 3 months half-price, totally unlimited broadband when you join Sky Broadband with calls, with or without Sky TV. There are absolutely no usage limits. Our new dedicated Switch Squad help make switching easy. We'll even talk to your provider so you don't have to. And if you're with Eircom, switch and save €180 and get totally unlimited broadband half price for the first 3 months. Our Switch Squad will take care of everything. Call 0818 762 919. Sky. Believe in better.
Ulster Bank and the RBS Six Nations.
Well, Italy 6 and England 24. Now, we're going to get to the mathematics of all of that in a moment because it may have consequences. Let's get the tries out of the way first, George. 3 for England, 2 for Brown and 1 for Farrell. First try for you, George.
Yeah, England haven't played well despite being in the lead, and this is the first time almost in the match that they successfully transfer to, I think the best attacker in the entire championship, Brown, who goes over.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the line of attack from Farrell there. Comes straight onto the ball. Keir, as he does so well, goes across field and gives it to Farrell, and then...
Italy now coming apart at the seams, George.
Well, what makes tries in the modern game is the ability to choose a line. And again, Brown's choice of line there gives really a defence little or no chance. Coming apart at the seams, I think, even allowing for 24-6, might be a benefit.
I mean,
if England had been accurate, Conor.
They've had 3 chances to score tries.
If England had been accurate, Conor.
I think George said that they haven't been playing particularly well, and there's a load of inaccuracies which Stuart Lancaster says if you cut that out and we bring people on, because there is space all over the field. I mean, this is just simple 2 people. It's always a fullback's ball. The ball coming loose when they're actually going into contact at times. The ball to Danny Kerr has been scrappy. Courtney Lawes just coughing it up from time to time. They've had so much ball. They're trying to play a certain way, but all these little things. England will be in the dressing room at half-time. Probably, this is a try. How Sarto doesn't give the ball here. Bad handling error by Jack Now. Gives the ball up. Give the ball in.
Give the pass. Give the pass.
Under the post. So the whole way through this has been, I think England will be in the dressing room going, they're forcing the play. Now, part of that is trying to get the pace so high into the game that they're keeping the ball alive.
And it's working.
Yeah, absolutely. So they'll be looking, and as a coaching group, they'll be looking, just cut these errors, hold the ball, and we'll be fine. And
now Brent Pope, the significance...
2-on-1. This is brilliant. Simple, just give the ball, and any schoolboy would just finish that off.
Significance of all of this as Brown goes in, scores the try, or doesn't score the try. We reckon it's 31 points now between England and Ireland.
What people have to realise, it's clear points, Tom. So any points that Italy get deducts from that, and that's the. But we can look back on last week's game, and I said it at the time. We can be very thankful that Italy, that those replacements came on for Ireland last week, and did such a great job, because you take 14 points off that, and if England only had to score 15 in the second half, they can get up there. I think they can score 20 points in the second half. I don't know that they can get over 30 clear points, but certainly if they got 35, then put pressure on Ireland to win by 4 or 5, because if Ireland beat France, and we're still saying that's an if, it'll be by small margin.
All right, well, it won't be over in the Fat Lady Sings. I can tell you a long afternoon ahead. Second half coming up in a moment.
Ulster Bank, dedicated to the strength of Irish rugby.
When you're looking for real family value, like this Super Value 10-pack of orange juice pouches for just $2.29, you know where to shop.
Turn the world around.
O'Connell Street.
It's time to change. It's time to change.
Staying mobile was never as easy. Experience a unique level of connectivity. The new Insignia with IntelliLink and the most efficient engine in its class.
It's time to change.
In life and in love. I don't settle for anything less than exceptional.
Join elitesingles.ie to meet sophisticated singles.
Esse samba quente que é muito legal. É super pra frente, é bem genial. Embalo como este, só quem vai curtir. Quem não se machucar quando deixa cair. Por isso vem, vem, quem parou na nossa. Este balanço tira qualquer um da fossa. Ele é um barato e é da pesada. Este é o famoso 16 toneladas. Bolei o ano inteiro este samba pra frente. É gostoso pá, que é um samba decente. Ele é um barato e é da pesada. Este é o famoso 16 toneladas.
Chi è quell'uomo?
Domemo CBT, jeden człowiek.
É o 16 toneladas.
Now at Extravision and HMV, get this year's must-own movie, The Hunger Games: Catching Fire, on DVD and Blu-ray. Extravision and HMV, we are entertainment.
Ulster Bank and the RBS Six Nations.
Okay, half-time coming up, second half coming up in a moment. I'm getting confused. At the moment, Conor O'Shea, Ireland have 81 points difference. England have 50, France have 3. So, tell us what the problem is.
Well, France are out. To all intents and purposes, they have to beat Ireland
beat us by 50
points.
Not gonna happen.
England will be saying at half-time, cut your inaccuracies out, build it in 10-minute slots, try and get a try in the first 10, try in the second, empty their bench and do what Ireland did and score a lot of tries in the last few minutes. That's what they'll be saying. They will not be ruling it out, but they don't want to play basketball.
So to just explain that, if England were now to score 32 points in the second half, Ireland would have to score points and beat France to win.
Look, the thing is, England will have to score 40 points to put some pressure on Ireland. Because if Ireland win, even if they win by three or four, we're talking clear points. They need clear points from what Ireland score. So England would probably need to score the guts of 38 or 40 points.
Six converted
tries. To put pressure on Ireland to win.
It's not impossible. I mean, Ralph Keyes mentioned the number of tackles that Italy made last week, and it's really beginning to tell in their legs, George.
6 tries in the second half is a big ask.
A big ask.
In the Six Nations Championship. But although England in the 13 games have scored more than 50 points either 5 or 6 times. So, I mean, they've scored 50 in Rome. So
they've already made 77 tackles today.
They're very, very well conditioned. And I think young George Ford, I know he's 19 on the bench, 19 or 20, he's 20. He has got a massive ability to see space, bring Tuilagi on, put Farrell to 12, and they'll really go for it.
Connor's right. They've got to score quickly because it's a point a minute, basically. So the more time they eat into it, if they were to score from the kick-off, suddenly bang.
But I have a memory of Ireland putting 4 tries in Italy in the second half some years ago. Do you remember?
We need another 2 or 3.
It'll be the last 15-20. If England can score a couple of tries in this first 20, they could cut loose. And I didn't think we'd even be talking about this at the start of the match, to be fair.
I think they need 3 in the first 20. I think they need.
What effect does this have on the Irish team watching this?
None whatsoever. None. Even if they are watching, probably are some of them in their hotel rooms.
It also becomes irrelevant what happens if France beat Ireland.
Yeah. But
just like it's 5 o'clock before the Irish match starts. Let's stop working out.
We have to work it out, George.
I don't think France.
George, we have to work it out because we need to know where we are at the start of the match.
No, it's important for people watching that Ireland have to win. It's not about points.
But I don't think it affects France. I think France didn't think it was a reality anyway.
I think it's important we see it proud of
End of mathematics lesson. Over to you, George and Ralph.
Well, the abacus is out here. Don't worry. We'll keep you posted through the second half. It's amazing, really, isn't it? When you think that of their last visits to Rome, going from 2 years ago, Italy's defeats have only been by 4, 5 and 4 points. It's 2008 since England beat them by 15 points. Their last big score in Rome, 50 points, was in 2004, 10 years ago. But I think we could be on the verge of something rather big today because of the stakes.
Well, I think so, George, and England are well capable of running this points difference down, in my opinion. I think They need to be accurate, way more accurate than they were in the first 20-25 minutes of the first half.
So 24 points to 6, and a potential to push out their points difference beyond the 50 they're now on.
6.
Tebaldi.
Willis tackler White.
Taken on by Parise.
Off feet White.
Now it's with Aguero. Bursting through is Esposito.
Willis 7. Move.
Picked out there by Johnny May. Flung wide by Mike Brown, but
yeah, it's okay.
Burrell didn't infringe. No whistle. England, though, push back. Still have the possession of the football. Danny Kerr with the ball over the top. McLean shielding his eyes against the sun. And back by Tebaldi. Through the hands then of Arquero. Bad Italian handling means the chance is gone.
Well, it's just not their day, is it? The Italians and Sarto, who failed to find the inside pass in the first half, just letting that slip out of the basket, and they had numbers. He had his eyes on the running track before he had the ball in his hand, and that was his issue.
Space, please.
So a line out to England.
Stay.
Completed.
Leave it 4. Once. Leave it 4. Leave it.
Well, it took a while, but it's finally out. Danny Kerr. Parise.
Play on, play on.
Play on, says the referee. McLean on his own 10-metre line. Tebaldi. Orquera. Campagnaro. Oh! They missed him. Burrell missed him. Campagnaro. Outside him. Esposito. The ball went forward. The pass was forward. It'll be a scrum to England.
That's forward.
Well, it was forward, George, definitely, no question. And Esposito, well, I think he was overrunning Campagnaro, and Campagnaro, what a great break from the young player, and he was away if he could have held that, or if the pass was legal, but it wasn't. And England just lucky, but you can see the pace from Campagnaro. 2 tries against Wales, of course, earlier in the competition. He has the legs, he has the talent. He just doesn't get to see a whole lot of the ball that often, and Esposito overrunning him on that occasion.
And make sure you don't bite early. You bite early, okay?
Well, what an exciting burst that was, but it also involved a missed tackle from Luther Burrell, which caused the problem for England in the first instance. Stuart Lancaster, I'm sure, would have been happy with that.
Closer, close. Crutch. Bind. Set.
The Italian front row penalised. Foul with the penalty for England.
Going down, sit down.
Deep into Italian territory for the first time in this second half.
You okay? Wait. Wait. 10,2 meters.
A little switch pass inside again, getting England away from the line-out, setting up the platform for this attack now. Italy forced to defend on their 22-metre line. Robshaw. Kerr. Hartley. Joining in as Launchbury.
It's okay, play on!
Kerr.
Nothing.
Farrell. The ball went forward in there.
The ball is available, okay? 5 blue.
Now unable to hold it.
10. Calm down, please. No.
Well, you can see what Farrell was trying to do here. He was looking for Jack Nowell in the inside channel. Just couldn't hold it, and he hasn't really held much all day, to be honest.
Okay? I don't want on the one side, okay? You understand?
Pass was slightly behind him, but still you'd expect him to be able to feel that one.
Majority of possession with England. Territorially, they've been doing better too.
You know. You can't play quickly. You don't want.
Just attention required.
Keep yourself on front. 2 times for you.
Giraldini, meaning that the scrum can't take place, which is why we're held up.
Scrum low.
Okay. You can't have a scrum without your hooker.
Closer, close. Crutch. Bind.
And subs all out warming up.
Set.
Ready for the off when required. Terese driving that pack forward and forcing concession of the penalty. Good play by the Italian captain.
Straight, okay? Stay straight. Yeah.
So influential.
I'll make sure you keep the same position.
Thomas O'Allan on for Orkera, son of a Scottish father. Played underage for Scotland, but he's an Italian Six Nations player, and he puts it into touch.
Stay straight.
Giraldini all set. Bruno at the back, but pushing the Italians pushing in the line out.
You're pushing the player with the shoulder.
Well, having done all the hard work at scrum time to get the penalty in the first place and get good territory as well deep in the English half, to throw it all away, but a needless penalty really.
And England right back inside the Italian half.
5.
Just await that little spark from England early in the second half to push on from their 24-6.
Yes or no?
England seeking their first title since 2011.
1 and 3 blue. Number 3. 3 blue. Number 3 blue.
Changes in the front row for Italy. Aguero and Cittadina off, and Rizzo and Demarchi on. Well executed by England, on by Morgan. And Robshaw helping them along.
The hands blue! Blue release! What's more form? Scrum. More form, down, scrum blue.
They just couldn't get it back, George, and the Italians getting in under them, and Bartolami on that occasion just managing to hold up England as they were trundling forward. Danny Kerr shaking his head. I mean, there was acres of space on the short side. He was screaming for the ball, but not to be.
Keep your mind, okay, number 8. Thanks. Crutch! You move, okay? Boss team move, okay? Where's the mark? Where's the mark? Sure. Just collapsing out. Please. Thanks.
So another scrum. And cheers around England about to introduce Tuilagi. Mano Samoa. Tuilagi, who came in for good on the bench. And about to be called into action. But it's Morgan who goes away. Ben Morgan. Farrell steps back.
Advantage, straight down.
And advantage being played by England here. Kerr wanted to take the penalty quickly.
Straight. You go straight down, 7. From the side.
Barbieri is the one who's penalised. And ball just slipping from the fingers. Advantage here to Italy for that knock forward by Vunipola. And Italy in a spot of bother there, but Campagnaro runs free.
Pass one.
Wow, just as well they had the advantage.
He's pulling him up for a forward pass, I think, and we're playing high-risk stuff. Italy behind their own goal line there.
Okay. Pass forward. No advantage, pass forward here.
I think all that can be said in the favour is that there was an advantage, scrum advantage that they were playing. Tuilagi ready to join in. Tom Youngs as well, but not until after the scrum has taken place.
Crutch. Bind. Set.
Soon to be replaced or amended front row has done its job there for England, and Kerr has taken the penalty and it's through the hand swiftly. Burrell knocked from his grasp.
Wait. No try, you're offside, okay? No try.
Well.
Offside. Wait. Yeah, wait.
They'll go again.
Come. You touch the ball with the feet, okay? He's offside. Blue. It's offside. You play the ball, okay?
Well, deliberate infringement, and off he goes.
Well, it was Burrell
and you're offside.
Who made the charge for the line and didn't quite get there. And the referee playing the advantage for deliberate offside and preventing England from playing it. They go for the scrum. With Italy a man down now in the forwards, and
Italy down to 14 men.
To give Ben Morgan the perfect platform to get away quickly. But you can see the tap penalty from Danny Kerr. Morgan to Rob Shaw. He reaches here, and it was the foot that clears it. Now, Bartolami is in an offside position when that comes off the Italian boot and deliberately played the ball. And the ref bins him.
Bind. Set.
So Italy with 14 men for the next 10 minutes, and England in the ascendant.
9, stay. Going down, okay? Stop. Go straight. Yeah.
Still England's 2 replacements wait.
Okay. Yeah.
And their hope would be that they will join the fray when England have reached 30 points. 24-6 at the moment. Playing against a side with a man down for 10 minutes.
Bind. Set. Stay 9, stay here. 9, stay, back. No, stay.
Morgan, Kerr, Farrell, Brown, and in from the right wing is Noel. Noel gets his first try for England. And they will be at 30 points, assuming the conversion goes over when the replacements are made.
Well, it was all too easy, wasn't it? And it was a strong English scrum because, well, Italy are down Bartolami, but it was just transferring the ball, really, and it was numbers, good hands, but Noel just popping up in the defence, misreading it, really, and a walk-in for for Jack Nowell, and no hits even going in at any stage. We won't get too many easier tries than that.
And this simply leaves Owen Farrell with the attempt to convert. He's had 4 successful kicks out of 4, kicking with supreme confidence. He struck that beautifully. The flags go up, and that's 5 out of 5. And England have passed 30 points.
Well, that's a marvellous kick from young Farrell, and you know you want your place kicker delivering the important kicks when they're most needed, and today is one of those days where every point will count. And Dylan Hartley makes way for Tom Youngs, and Tuilagi in for Burrell. Game breaking up, of course, and Tom Youngs being that bit more dynamic, and maybe the scrummaging power of Dylan Hartley not really needed as much when you're 29-6 up or 31-6 up.
McLean under this.
No! Stay.
Italy a bit static at the moment on their 10-metre line.
Play on.
Oh, it's Tebaldi making a bit of a break.
No, stay!
Parise trying to organise things and succeeds in doing so. Demarchi, Tebaldi, Parise.
Off it!
Italy
Off it
penalty.
when you play your ball. Ready?
Well, they concede the penalty,
Off
England.
it when you play the ball.
And it's Owen Farrell who gets the referee's attention on that occasion, but the English defence overall, it's just suffocating the Italian efforts at trying to break them down. They're meeting a white wall at every turn, and we're now approaching the time in the match where last week's physical effort against Ireland will surely tell in the Italian legs, and they need something from this passage of play to keep their interest in the game, to keep them going, because another score for England and you could just see the floodgates opening.
£31-6.
Open. 6 man. 10.
Another change for the Italians. Derbyshire for Forno. The back row. Struck through by Allen. McLean. Campagnaro.
No.
Tebaldi. Allen. England get the cover across.
7, release.
And finally, Italy just over-enthusiastic, giving away the penalty.
First, holding on. Blue.
Just when they were building a bit of momentum, and Sarto just giving the turnover, relieving the pressure now for England.
And their points difference is now at 57 against Ireland's 81. But of course, Ireland have to win the match in France. That's the thing first and foremost. And if they do, their points difference will be more than 81. So England still have a way to go to put a real meaningful threat up against a winning Irish team in Paris at 5 o'clock. Tebaldi, Parise, Allen. Stopped by Tuilagi. Campagnaro. Support there from McLean. Just managed to get it away before it went into touch, but subsequently it bounced it after him.
Blue ball.
Italy will have the throw.
No. Blue ball.
it's good momentum again from Italy. They managed to build a few phases together. And Campagnaro in the midfield, the lively spark for Italy today. And got the offload away brilliantly, and McLean tried to get it back inside, but they get the put in any event.
And Parise is at the back to tap it back, but some tidy ball though. 3 minutes still for Italy to do without Bortolami, who's in the sin bin. But this is a rousing attack from them in difficult circumstances. Tebaldi. Still rolling forward. But losing the ball, and Owen Farrell hoofs it away into no man's land. Nobody there. Tebaldi back, the bounce favoured him. Sato, but gathered in there by David Wilson. Kerr, untidy ball, helped on by Robshaw. Farrell looping around. Tuilagi losing out. Parise now. Johnny May is there to get away from Parise and maybe launch a counter-attack. But caught by a thumping tackle by Garcia, the Italian centre. But England still have the ball.
Use it!
Danny Kerr putting one over the top. And now it's McLean. And that's open space. But unfortunately, it's bounced out of play.
Well, when things aren't going for you, I mean, there was absolutely nobody home there for England. There was acres of space. And he managed to find the one place he didn't want to find. There's nobody in there, and he kicks it out on the full. When instead England should have been defending deep in their 22, they're now putting it on the halfway line.
One there by Launchbury. And England from the line out. Now with Farrell. May, now. And now full of confidence, having scored that try. Beautiful offload there to Mike Brown. Brown assisted by Morgan. Here they go again. Tuilagi. Look at the strength to take him almost through. Kerr goes in search of the ball. Well, it's there for England, even if Kerr had been moved out of the way, but he's back in place. Kerr, Vunipola.
No! It's okay, no. I can't move. Okay, play on.
No infringement there. 12 trees, 12 trees. Billy 12 trees, and it's going to be a try for Marco Vunipola. England get a 5th try and stretch the lead with their highest total in Rome since 2004.
And Italian bodies strewn all over the place. They're down on their haunches, and it's just the effort they're trying to put in to stop. It's power everywhere throughout this English team. 12 trees taking it on, and it's Vunipola is there to get the reward. Any one of 2 or 3 English players could have been there, but just sheer power from Tuilagi in midfield, right back to the loosehead prop, Vunipola, and Italy just running out of gas here at an alarming rate, and
concussion. Okay, 5 minutes.
Injuries now to boot as England stretch it out 38-6.
Biggest tally in Rome since in the last 10 years. 5 visits, 38-6. And their points difference is now 64.
Sergio! Maybe I take the wrong decision, but I need your support, okay? Okay? You're not positive, okay? Thank you, okay? Just 20 minutes again, okay? I need to be positive. I try to do the best. I try to do the best, okay? I understand.
The conversation you're hearing is between the referee and the Italian captain, Sergio Parise.
5 minutes.
Rome on a spring Saturday afternoon by the banks of the Tiber.
Okay, 5 minutes.
They will have Bortolami back from the bin. So they're back at full strength.
That's enough.
But this is going to mean another replacement. Well, of course, if you have your calculator out, you won't need me to tell you that the difference between England and Ireland now in points difference is just 17. England on 64, Ireland on 81. And this game still has almost 20 minutes to go. And England have shown their tries in them, 5 already. Fabio Biaggi carrying it on. Tebaldi through the hands then of Allen. Tebaldi once more. And swift handling here, and this was Garcia, but the ball has gone out of play. 17 points the difference in points difference between England and Ireland now. And England back inside the Italian half.
Well, Farrell did the right thing there. You know, there was a blue wall in front of him, and it was time to find some territory, make sure that his team are in the right areas of the field to give them the best chance to go for that 17-point margin that still remains and chase that one down. But there was nothing on. There was no point in being stupid. Of course, England can't be conceding either, George, because that will impact on their difference, of course. So good play from the young out half. Get his team into the right areas.
Knock on, was it? Yes. Scrum to England.
Nothing is going right in any department for the Italians today. And they're looking around. I mean, how do you, when England are in this kind of mood, and over the years they've hit days where they've just buried teams, and when it starts, it's very hard to see where you can stem the tide. And this is one of those days for Italy.
Wait your bind.
That's Andy Kerr to put into this scrum.
Bind.
Well, it'll be his last participation, you would think, because Lee Dixon is getting ready to enter the fray.
I need it to straight, okay? Going to balance, okay? Straight. Thanks.
There he is.
Stable on your feet, okay?
Lee Dixon with a new haircut. Slightly more in keeping with what you'd expect of an English scrum half. 12 trees. Tuilagi bursting through. Kerr. Italy just managing to hold them up with a 22.
Body's out.
Through the hands of Biaggi, but problems for Italy here. Sato to boot it away. Now retrieving. As far as the 10-metre line, and then taken on by Brown. The elusive Mike Brown is finally snared. Back it goes. Taken on by Farrell. And now Kerr.
No hands, Blue!
But it turned over. Oh, was it? No, it was illegal.
Well, is it another yellow card coming here, perhaps?
Well, McLean getting involved with Mike Brown. They were warned to keep the hands out, and so the deliberate infringement. And
15 blue.
Luke McLean
15 blue
is called by the referee.
Blue 15 white.
And Mike Brown's got to be spoken to as well.
You are still tackler. You not clearly release, okay, for to play the ball, okay? It's a penalty against you, okay? When I whistle, stop, okay? Keep your self-control. Same for the 15, okay? Okay, just. Okay, thanks.
So just a warning to keep your self-control.
No incident. No incident.
Well, there was
No,
frustration, wasn't it, from
Thank you.
from McLean that
Okay,
it was just the white wave coming at him, and from Brown that he wasn't being allowed to play the ball. But England just racking up the pressure now,
Keep
going
it
for the corner.
No.
The line out thrown by replacement hooker Tom Youngs. And here come several
wide.
changes. Tom Wood going off.
9 wide, thanks.
Tom Johnson goes on. Lee Dixon comes
9
on for
blue.
Danny Kerr.
That's enough.
And Gordy goes on at scrum half for Tibaldi for Italy. Courtney Laws.
Two more. No, 19. No, 2. No hands.
Oh, that was Rob Shaw. And Dixon picks it out. Courtney Laws.
Tackle.
England in the ascendant once again. And there's another try. Manu Tulagi makes it 6 of the best. And the margin, the points difference is now 12.
Well, the crowd acknowledged the return of Tuolangi, and he acknowledges them, and he's just swatting fellas away in midfield there. Nobody could bring him down. He is a powerful, powerful man, but it was just a succession of body blows. Then this guy gets it in midfield, and, well, frankly, there's no stopping him when he's coming at you like that. It's very, very difficult. And England, well, it's 37 is the difference.
Well, since half-time, they have scored 21 points, which makes it 71 is their points difference, and Ireland's points difference is 81. And there are still 12 minutes to go.
And for those 12 minutes, they will be introducing young George Ford, a precocious talent, but a real running threat himself, as evidenced by his try assists or involvement in the Premiership in England. So it's not to kick it to the corners they'll be doing. He'll be going for it from the off when he gets his chance.
Dixon almost caught by Gordy. Oh, an intercept, and away goes Sarto, and Italy are going to get a try, and suddenly that points difference is back out to 15.
Wow, and that's just always the danger, isn't it? You just get a bit sloppy. You have the opposition hammered into the ground. You think maybe it's just going to happen one of those days. The passing isn't as accurate. The awareness or the peripheral vision to see Sarto wasn't there. And how damaging will that be now to England's chances when really Italy had no right to get a try. They haven't been in the match in any shape or form in the second half. But they've taken the gift that was on offer from England there as they were trying to go the length of the field. They just didn't look, through a loose pass. And Italy, well, they get the reward, I suppose, for keeping in there, fighting hard all the way, trying to put the pressure on. They're getting some kind of reward. And Tommaso Allen now has the chance to add another 2 and hurt England's points difference by another 2.
Well, he scored a try against Ireland last week. Now he's done Ireland a huge favour, Leonardo Sarto. And now Tommaso Allen, whose father is Scottish, and might do another case of send Edwards Army home to think again moment. No, he doesn't. But still, it was 10 and now it's 15. That points differential between England and Ireland.
Well, you see it here again. Sarto was just loitering, waiting for a loose pass. It came and he gets in for his try.
4 wide.
As The bench is emptied by England.
12. That's okay.
Yes, 15 points it is now between them.
All the player off.
And a little under 10 minutes to go. That points difference that was spoken about all week, with Ireland kicking off at 5 o'clock in Paris, and still 15 points and their points difference better off than England. And of course, if they beat France, well, then the points difference will increase.
Rack!
Penalty to Italy.
You play the ball.
Maybe a little bit of just frustration creeping in on England's part that they had the opportunity to go further and didn't. And if it stays like this, they will be depending upon France, who can't win the title unless they beat Ireland by a cricket score, beating Ireland in any event, to hand the championship to England.
Well, Tommaso Allen seems to have injured himself in the process of kicking that penalty to touch. And he pulled up, and rather gingerly, as he limps back to his position.
Campagnaro. Parise arrives to assist, carried forward by Barbieri. Round the corner to Gorey, the scrum half, the replacement scrum half. McLean joining in. Ball loose, made England's by Henry Thomas. Lee Dixon. And England now running from deep. Rob Shaw. Johnny May.
The hand blue!
Dixon.
Stop!
Forward over the top. Back it comes then from Luke McLean. Well, Johnny May has managed to recover and make sure that that ball didn't go out, where it wouldn't have been of any advantage to England at all. So out it goes now, and England are further up the pitch. But now the clock, as much as anything else, is against England, and more it's looking like they might be depending upon a favour from the French.
12. And? Number 12, remember? Just 12?
Garcia making way for Andre Amasi. England need to just dig deep again and go for it, cancel out that try by Sarto and get themselves closer to Ireland's points difference, but they've given away a penalty.
Side entry.
Well, to be fair to Italy, they're not running the white flag up the pole yet. Certainly they're showing a bit of defiance, taking the game to England and playing for nothing really, no, but some pride. And they're showing plenty of that, and just stopping England's juggernaut for the moment.
Stay in 15.
They got their try, they got into double figures. And thrown then by Giraldini. Rob Shaw down to try and secure it for England. Lee Dixon at the second attempt. Now Biaggi tries to stop Dave Atwood. Dixon on the short side. Courtney Laws.
Release!
Dixon again. Dixon once more. To Ilagi.
Play.
Dixon. Oh, a little bit of juggling there. And away goes Dave Atwood. And it's Atwood still. And the 22 is approaching. and England arrive at strength. Lee Dixon, spin it wide once more. Ford. It's looking better for England here. Courtney Laws held up short. Tom Johnson.
No.
Now Dixon again. George Ford. Taken on by Morgan.
5, move! No!
All set up by a burst by Dave Atwood. And this is Johnny May. Into contact again. Dixon. Farrell. Ford. Dixon ready once more with the pass. And Farrell thinks about going and stopped in his tracks.
No, 19. No call. No call.
Dixon protests.
No call.
Sure. But it's a scrum to Italy.
Right. Come on, no. For me, it's ball. No call. Oh, breathe. Oh. Captain.
What a burst from him.
1 wide.
Playing like a centre. Vunipola departs. Matt Mullen, who was called in. The replacements as Vunipola stepped up on the birth of Joe Marler's baby.
First scrum
he comes in,
time, okay?
and Mike Brown is named man of the match, which I think is a great surprise. 2-try performance from him. What a tournament he's had too. Matt Mullen on now for England.
Crutch. Bind. Set.
One against the head for England. And the opportunity here, Johnny May. Just held up short.
Penalty.
England almost there. Knocked out of Dixon's hands, but there was an advantage called. It's a penalty to England, and quickly taken by Dixon. Dixon once more. Mike Brown almost lost his footing with a tackle there. Here they come again. Atwood and Johnson in the van. Morgan joins in, and England
time off.
Are stopped.
Yeah. Full play, okay.
Touch judge, assistant referee. Nigel Owens had his flag extended.
Yeah. 10 meter. Yes,
very quickly too. I think it was may have been an attempted spear tackle on Farrell, I think it was.
Or Brown.
I'm not sure. It was Farrell.
No, please. Thanks. 10 White come in and he took the reserve player of Italy away from them all around the neck. Okay, so the penalties here, and just the penalties speak to 10. The penalties against for Grubby around the neck and away from them all. Okay, number 10. Was high away from 10.
Owen Farrell with a look of innocence.
Okay. Just a full play against you, okay? You catch Grubby on the neck, okay? Just a penalty. Make sure you understand, okay? 10 meter. No.
Well, Italy get the penalty. But just before that incident, George, there was 2 or 3 occasions where Italian bodies just dived in, killing the continuity for England, and really there was a case for 1 or 2 yellow cards in that passage of play. But yeah, you can see Farrell there. It is wow, and a bit fortunate maybe not to get one himself. Take a player around the neck and swing him like you did.
Well, Nigel Owens on the spot, and Eduardo Gori, the replacement scrum half, he was the one who was pulled away there as he tried to tackle Brown. He was pulled away by Farrell, which is completely out of order. Now just 3 minutes for England to add points that might be vital in the finish.
Look on blue, look on white. Scrum blue.
England with a 6-try performance, but the concession of that try to Sarto has damaged their points difference, and now it's looking increasingly more like Ireland's to win.
Well, I think in all the changes as well, George, just have served to kind of, you know, put a stop to the fluidity that England had for large portions of the match, and it just didn't continue when there when the replacements entered the fray. That allied to, a defiant defensive effort from Italy.
Our frustration boiling over. Chris Robshaw's part there.
No, wait. Captain, Simon. 8. Captain, come.
Well, Parise is going to be spoken to.
Just release immediately the ball, okay?
So,
No.
the penalty will have to be
Time
taken
is off,
again.
keep the ball here. Time on now. Time is off.
Time is not on
Time
England's
is off,
side.
he kicks the ball when...
Well, just to repeat, at the risk of stating the
Time is
obvious,
off.
if Ireland don't win,
Time on.
then it doesn't matter about the points difference because England will top the table. France would have to beat Ireland by a cricket score. England's points difference is now 66. France's is 3. So they're not going to beat Ireland by 63 points. So they're not going to win the title. But if Ireland only draw or lose, England will be champions.
Time on.
They'll just have to wait a few hours to find out. But Ireland in the happy position of knowing exactly what they need to do.
Win and they're champions.
Easier said than done, of course. Twice only in, 42 years in Paris.
But the prize that's there for them today is absolutely huge. England doing their best to spoil the party, to make it difficult. But I think you have to say now, with the way things are, they're not going to score the points that are going to make the advantage. That's going to mean Ireland are in any danger of being overtaken on the points difference. And we can forget about that because it becomes very simple. Ireland win and the championship is theirs.
And England now, instead of the tap and go, are going back to the maul again. Aware, of course, that the referee penalised Italy already. And if they bring it down, well, he could even get in under the sticks. Penalty try time.
Courtney Laws. England's last hurrah.
Raise the ball. More scrum.
And Italy get the scrum. And that would appear to be that in terms of point scoring for England in this match. Ireland are going to be secure on the top of the table when they kick off against France at 5 o'clock in Paris. And this is going to be the end. And England will have come up short with a points difference of 66. They will be top of the table when they go into the game against Ireland. England will be top of the table, that is, but for how long?
Okay? It's my follow. Okay, thanks. Thank you.
This will be the last play. Gorey to put into the scrum. We're in the red already.
Set.
And Parise deciding that they'll have a little bit of glory at the end. Gorey, Giraldini, just making England suffer a little more. And running now from behind their 22, Luke McLean, attempting one final flourish to damage England still further.
No.
England's victory secure. Their place at the top of the table somewhat less so. And Farrell, they're away. Forward, they're in for it. Robshaw, the captain, gets England's 7th try. The points difference is back to 10. It should be down to 8, but it won't matter a whit because Ireland, with a victory, will win the championship.
But what a little cameo from the reserve out half, George Ford. A taste of perhaps what's to come. Beautiful little inside break, great hands, and well, to the delight of Stuart Lancaster, he knows that it was always going to be a huge ask to run down the points difference as it was. From England's point of view, you have to take your hat off to them. They gave it a good lash to try and do so, but you feel they're up short now. And it's in Ireland's hands as far as prepares to add the points and just close out the proceedings, but a beautiful little play from the reserve out half, George Ford, to set the Chariot off on their singing.
Farrell puts it between the uprights. England win the match by 52 points to 11, but the 40 points that they add to their total won't dislodge Ireland from the top of the points difference table. And the fact of the matter is, it's all clear and simple now. Despite winning by 7 points, 7 tries I should say, England's 52 point to 11 victory will mean that Ireland, with a victory in Paris, will be champions. Anything else and the title will be England's. Final score in Italy, final score in Rome. Italy 11, England 52.
Now thanks to George and to Ralph, and George spelled it out there. As of this moment in time, England are on top, so Ireland just have to beat France, even by a point, to win the Six Nations Championship. Conor O'Shea, we have lost a few fingernails in the process. England were catching, and then extraordinarily brought the bench on, and the thing started to come apart.
I don't think it's the extraordinary that they brought the bench on, it's the impact the bench has to make. So Joe Smith brought the bench on last week, they scored 3 tries, It was McFadden, it was McGrath, it was and the rest of our bench made an impact. England brought the bench on, and Sean Cronin. England brought the bench on today, and it had a different, and the whole energy went out of England with the intercept try. You make a call as a coach. Tuilagi made a big impact. The others, they just lost shape, but the intercept killed the game. It killed, from an England point of view. England thought they had a chance. They're within 8 points of Ireland with that intercept, and it took that energy away from them.
But this competition,
we know what we need to do.
This competition should not be decided on points difference, because it is manifestly unfair that the team playing last knows what it needs to do. This used to happen in the Soccer World Cup, and then teams would come to an arrangement.
So if France beat Ireland by 71 points, they win the championship. Is that what you're saying?
No,
but George, the matches can't be simultaneously because of television
I
reasons.
understand why it can't.
Would you think bonus points would help?
No, I think the championship should be shared.
Well, it used to be shared. It used to be shared.
As it always was.
But they want to present it to somebody. Somebody has to win it.
That's like having a trophy for the Triple Crown. For 125 years, we were perfectly happy with the mythical trophy.
But the fact is, George, they are the rules. This is the championship 2-1. Ireland need to go out tonight, beat France, and we win.
But you awarded on tries scored. There's a solution.
You awarded on the rules of the competition, and we will win.
We can talk on that. At the end of the day, Connor's right. England will be kicking themselves because they were in the driving seat. If you'd have taken that win before that, you'd have said, OK, it was hard. But to get in a position to score 2 converted tries in the last 10 minutes was easily doable by them. That intercept try changed the nature, and when the timing of the replacements, he brought the scrum Dixon on when they had a line out 5 metres from the line.
Let's look at those tries. 3 English tries, in fact 4 in the second half. Conor, here's the first one for you, Noel.
Yeah, I think these are this is a pretty. They're down. Bortolami gets sin-binned. It's a pretty easy set move in the middle of the pitch, well executed, and a nice first try. The reaction is a young man who scored his first try for his country, and England were just all the time building towards that. You thought if they can get another score early, and
well, they were on course here when they got that. If we look at the minutes, we said 2 tries by 60 minutes. That's 61 minutes, and they've got the 2 tries. Tuilagi come on, he seems to have got bigger.
He will make a massive difference, and we're pretty nervous then. But then the Sarto try took it all away from England's point of view and made us relax a little bit more in this studio.
But although the 2 boys, quite rightly, are talking about if England hadn't conceded the try and so on, the margin would still have been relatively small.
The Irish nation
against Ireland.
The Irish nation is very grateful to Signor Sati, who scored that breakaway try for Italy. I'll give it to you, George Hook.
I mean, there was more about Ireland than Italy at this point, because we're all hoping the Italians are going to score. Dreadful pass. I mean, 3-on-1. And the great thing, I think, is when forwards make these kind of passes, is it means that despite 80 hours a week coaching for professional players, forwards are still fundamentally not in the business of catching a pass.
That ends our coverage from Rome. We are, of course, We'll be covering the match in Cardiff. The big one starts 5 o'clock in Paris, and after this break, we'll be talking with Paul O'Connell.
The France team that we play at the weekend and the performance they put in will be very different to any other performance from the rest of the championship.
Ulster Bank, dedicated to the future of Irish rugby.
Welcome to St. Bartholomew's Community Centre.
Oh dear God, it's a litter tray with a banner.
This is me, Teresa Grabogrant. What's my secret weapon? Take the minority boxes.
I've invented the new pop-up communion dress.
State. That psycho coming to work here. Suspect, not murderer. I hadn't been distressed since I got my kids back.
Welcome to St. Bart's party.
It's King Kong in a thong.
This is my office. Ciao.
Brand new comedy drama, The Centre, starts March 24th on RTÉ2 and RTÉ2 HD.
I'm Claire, and I've insured my car with FBD for many reasons. With their comprehensive insurance, I automatically get windscreen cover, and it doesn't affect my no-claim discount.
I'm a robber.
I also get great protection on my valuables. And a 24-hour doorstep assist service. So, if anything ever happens, it's no big deal. Just a good deal.
Is your insurance up? Call us today.
Sky TV bundles are bursting with great entertainment, ready whenever you want. Enjoy your favourite Irish and UK channels with the original bundle. Add incredible entertainment, documentaries and kid shows with the family bundle, including a great collection of popular box sets on demand. Plus, join and get a free Sky Plus box, now with built-in Wi-Fi. So that's your favourite Irish and UK channels, TV box sets on demand, and a free Sky Plus box. Call 0818 71 6000. That's 0818 71 6000. Sky. Believe in better.
Meteor's new pay-as-you-go offer is brilliant. You get unlimited data for €10. Yep, that's it. Told you it was simple. So, what are you waiting for? Unlimited data for just €10. Another great pay-as-you-go offer from Meteor. Simple as that.
If you don't wear a seatbelt, you're 8 times more likely to be ejected from your vehicle. Most ejections don't get to me at all because they've hit the road at 100 kilometres an hour. If you're crazy enough to wear your seatbelt under your arm, it will have sliced into you like cheese wire, lacerating your vital organs. And with children not properly restrained, it's even worse. Brain damage, spinal injury. And believe me, a spinal injury is not just for the weekend, it's for life.
Our Spar range is growing every day. Hundreds of quality products for less. Like Spar Extra Virgin Olive Oil, 500ml, only €2. 4 rolls of Spar toilet tissue, just €1. And chilled Spar 1 litre juices, only €1 each. Wherever you see the tree.
With FBD, I got a great deal on my home insurance. Now, lads.
Sorry.
This worked out great.
Sorry, that's my ladder.
Is your insurance up?
Claire?
Call us today for this great offer.
Ulster Bank and the RBS Six Nations.
Well, just to confirm that result, 52 points to 11, England against Italy. And there's England's final total, played 5-1-4. And of course, Ireland now have to just beat France by 1 point at 5 o'clock this afternoon instead of France to win the 2014 Six Nations. OK, let's hear from Ireland's... Oh, here we are, so the colour in Paris. People heading, of course, hours and hours ahead of the game. Stade de France is not anywhere near the centre of France, or centre of Paris, rather. And there they are. winding up. Now, OK, let's hear from Ireland captain Paul O'Connell.
O'Connell, that is what leadership is about.
Tackle comes in from Paul O'Connell.
And listen to the ovation that O'Connell is getting.
You know, there's very tough places to go to, Twickenham and Paris. They're the two top teams historically in the competition. You know, they're the two countries with the biggest group of players, with the most professional teams. So it generally doesn't matter what state their form is in, they're always strong. So to be in position going into the last game for us is in such a tough year is great. You look at the England game and it was like looking back maybe at some of last year's Six Nations game, because there was a few little things where we slipped up on, you know, on our kick chase, a few little things defensively that we slipped up on, and you know, you look at a few of those things together and you see that you've only lost the game by 3 points, and that's what frustrates, I suppose. They're certainly very disappointed with the manner and the nature of the defeat by Wales. But when you look at their team on paper, it's an incredible team, and you know, all you need is something to galvanise you as a team. And I think more than ever, probably the week they've gone through in terms of media criticism. I know that guys have walked out of press conferences this week and they've shipped some fairly heavy criticism from the media. I think, you know, that is exactly the type of thing that galvanises a team. You know, I think the France team that we play at the weekend and the performance they put in would be very different to any other performance from the rest of the championship. You know, we're all very much heading in the right direction mentally together as a group. So, yeah, and you know, some of the scorelines we put up against the teams have been great. Scotland, Wales, Italy. You know, we've had really good scorelines against them and scored some good tries. I think over the past number of years with Ireland, we've certainly put in massive one-off performances where you can look at it and say we can definitely compete with anyone in the world when we play like that, but we're probably not doing it week in, week out. Whereas at the moment, I think we're beginning to approach that consistency. We're probably not where we want to be yet, but we're certainly getting there. When you look back in the mid-2000s at us finishing second quite a bit, it's very disappointing and frustrating, and I think this would be real progress for us if we could go over here and win in Paris, something which Irish teams haven't done all that regularly. If we can win in Paris, you know, it obviously gives us a great shot at winning the championship, and if we could win the championship, it would be real progress, and it would give us a lot of confidence going forward into our summer tour, into next autumn, and you know, into the World Cup subsequently in 2015.
Paul O'Connell, George Hook, the captain, the warrior, the leader, vast experience.
No, the interesting thing is, if you're on a television panel and you dare suggest there is a doubt about us winning today, you're described as negative. But the captain has said everything we've been saying in the last week about how difficult they are to beat in Paris. And since World War II, I stand to be corrected, I don't think we've ever won a championship or a Grand Slam when playing France and England away. It's because the even-numbered years are the most difficult years. So we must put this match into context. He's done it.
You've been doing some homework on body language?
Yeah, well, it's not homework really, and I think it's what Paul O'Connell and George talk about. Yes, Paul O'Connell talks about galvanising the side by the criticism, and that can happen, but it also can bring us added pressure. But if you look at the body language of the French, there's Picamoles when he was sent off. I mean, the look of disinterest face. Here's the captain, watch this, he passes the ball legitimately. He then gives out to a new player, and that's for coming from your captain. This is when they come on after against the Welshman. It's half-time. There's no unity there between the players. You see them in all groups. Some of them don't look like they want to be warming up. Some of them aren't even talking to each other. That's not as a side that is together mentally. Yes, they'll come together because of criticism this week, obviously, for the first part. Now look at Ireland. Everything they do, it's a team thing. Rugby is still about heart and it's still about a team game. It's not about a bunch of individuals playing well. Everything that Ireland do well, they're congratulated, they're playing with team spirit. Paul O'Connell talks about it. He talks about what a great group of players they are, and they're a confident group of players. If they can sow the seed of doubt in France and get the crowd against France and France's lack of unity together, then they have a real opportunity.
Conor?
And I think for those who didn't hear Ronan O'Gara at the start of the programme when he was interviewed in Paris, he was talking about the criticism. And